Hello. So today I wanted to actually try something that's been bugging me about electric cars for a while, and this is, can you charge them using an inverter? Well, what I've done is I've set the car's charging power to the lowest setting, and I've connected it all up here. So we'll go out and take a look. So, obviously there's nothing here, it is on. This is connected to the pure sine wave inverter, and we've got 228 volts. So the EVSE only draws 3 watts when not plugged in. The only thing that happens is when you're charging it off the inverter, the ground present light doesn't come on, but it does still charge. So we'll plug it in. And this goes right up to 1.28 kilowatts at 5.83 amps. So it's actually working, but this ground present light would be on if I was charging with the mains, but it doesn't seem to be showing any faults at all. So I'm actually surprised that it did let me charge it, but it's, yeah, I'm surprised at that. But there we go. Now it's charging totally on solar using the battery bank, but as you can see, it is really pulling the battery down. It's pulling a heck of a lot of power out it. I don't know how many amps it's pulling on the DC side, but it's probably going to be well over 40 anyway, probably close to 50 amps. And that circuit breaker might actually trip. I'm hoping it won't. But the fans on the inverter are not coming on at all. It seems to be powering it no problem. I think what I could do to lower the charging power even more is adjust the voltage. It's set to, I set it to 225 when I did my measurements, but I want to probably set it down a bit lower, and then I'll probably draw less watts. But the sun's come out, and as you can see, the battery voltage goes up, and we're getting like 1060 watts coming in from the solar, but it's dropping again, and that right there is actually the highest I've ever seen it. So the car is charging, albeit very slowly, but it's charged with solar, totally on solar now. So this inverter has not had any modifications done to its output at all. I think what you can do is put resistors between live and neutral and earth, and that supposedly fools it into thinking there is a ground there, but I don't think I need to do it in my case. So it does seem that you can charge electric cars using a pure sine wave inverter. I probably wouldn't recommend using a square wave or modified sine, as that might possibly damage your car's electronics or reduce the charging efficiency. It's best to use something that's as close to the mains as possible. But I'm pleased with that. If I didn't use cables that were so long, I would probably get less power being wasted, because these cables here are slightly warm. Probably got 50 amps going through them. But yeah, that's a good way of getting rid of excess power very quickly.